Everyone, or hello, good day, everyone, good evening, good night. It is Monday morning. Yes, I've baby duty. I'm just about ready to go over there. Took care of everything here I needed to. Everyone's fed. And yes. So let us get going without any further ado. I have plans today. All right, we're in the book of Proverbs. We're doing this for the reputation of God. I am tired of on how God is depicted sometimes, or more often than not, and that's one reason I'm doing this. Yes. Oh, why? Because I got to know God in many different ways, and I'm not finding Him here in the Bible. So I like to rectify that. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, not finding so far in the Old Testament. I find that most of what is in here is very self-serving to some people at that time, and that's kind of it. So the book of Proverbs 13 continued from Solomon's stuff. A wise child listens to a father's discipline. A cynic will not listen to reproof. Children can't be cynics already, so this is already not making sense. So again, a wise child, okay, could be a son that's older or a daughter that's older. Then what kind of discipline do they need? And what discipline are we talking about? I'm, of course, immediately, that father's trying to teach them and correct, and okay, and with that comes, okay, at that time, I don't know, beat your kids to death or something. Okay, I'm just saying. What's meant with that? This is not enough to tell me a wise child listens to a father's discipline. Really? Yeah, you could do that. Sure. Which children most likely will listen to their father's discipline? Where the father actually lives an upright, proper life without having to hide anything. Where he stays true to the mother of the children. Yes, provides for them, this, that. And when the children see on how hard the father is working, that what he's saying, they're also seeing, then guess what? Aha, right. Okay. So there goes a little bit more than just a wise child. A wise child probably will look and go, okay, what are you saying, daddy? What are you doing, daddy? Okay. I was like that. A cynic will not listen to reproof. Okay, well, whatever. The fruit of the mouth provides a good meal, but the soul of the treacherous feeds on violence. The fruit of the mouth provides a good meal. You know, okay, I'm not even going to go there because, again, I find that you can say whatever you want, but your actions have to kind of go along with what you're saying. And I think that goes with everything. It doesn't matter who you are. If your words are not reflecting on what is happening in your life, or per se, on how your own words are guiding your own life, if they are words of wisdom or teaching or what, then how can anyone take you seriously? Right? Yes? And even then, oftentimes people don't want an example like that out there because, well, then they can't do what they want anymore, right? Yes, that was going to stop them. Okay, I'm just saying. So again, the fruit of the mouth provides a good meal, but the soul of the treacherous feeds on violence. That sadly, I see that on what kind of entertainment is very, how do you say, wanted out there and famous and popular. And it is violence. Violence is popular out there among everyone. It is true. A guard on the mouth makes life secure. Whoever talks too much is lost. Why? Some of us are more quiet. I was a really quiet child. You wouldn't think so listening to me now, right? I was a very quiet child. I didn't have much to say. I was watching a lot. Now I say a little more. What's wrong with that? I can't. I have to be quiet. I can't share my knowledge. I brought my granddaughter yesterday to her sixth birthday party, oh, which was fabulous. It was a Mamma Mia party. I'm not sure how you're making a Mamma Mia party, but I went all in pink. It was fabulous. We had Abba going, if you know that group. Our whole family loves them. Even my grandbabies love them. Okay, all right. And it was fabulous. And I brought her a loofah. Yeah, you know what a loofah is? If not, go check it out. That I grew right here in the yard. Yes. And then I had a little description of what it was. Oh, all the girls, they're going, what is, it's a loofah? What is a loofah? As I explained it, oh, that's really cool. Simplest, right? Simplest little gift. And they enjoyed it. Yeah. Anywho, so just saying, a guard on the mouth makes life secure. In what way exactly? Oh yeah, if you don't say anything and say yes and amen to everything, sure. Okay, could look at it that way. Well, this is a king writing all this down, and he needs to have control over his people for a very good reason, doesn't he? Yes, yeah, he needs a lot of income because he has a lot of people in his own household to take care of. Not much room for anyone else. Yeah, sure, he'll say that. But as far as what's wrong with that, people already not hardly talking to each other. Or at that time, well, even at that time, entertainment was telling stories, talking to each other. That's also how you been doing it. How's your harvest going? Share tips. Well, if you don't share these kind of knowledge, well, then what? Well, why didn't you tell me last year that you did so good by, doing this or that with your crop? Well, King said that's better to just be quiet about it. Could have told you something wrong, and then what? You would have accused me or something? What are you talking about? We all know how it works when it comes to things like that. I'm just saying. All right. You can turn this around any which way you want. The idler hungers but has no food. Hard workers get their fill. All right, you know what? I'm not going to go there. That can also really. I find that people who idle around often are fed pretty doggone well. Okay. The upright hates a lying word, but the wicked slanders and defames. Uprightness stands guard over one whose way is honest. Sin causes the ruin of the wicked. There are some who on nothing pretend to be rich. Some with great wealth pretend to be poor. Okay, again, what was it? How's that meant? There are some who on nothing pretend to be rich. You could be rich. Is this meant financially? Well, I don't know. Right? But again, it seems to me some with great wealth pretend to be poor. Who's he actually addressing? The ones who are pretending to be rich or the ones who are pretending to be poor? Right? Yes? Because of what again? I said, I can't. What did I start out with? I can hardly take this seriously because I know how this man lived. What he did, what he had. And now I'm supposed to take his words of wisdom here, which I don't think they are. Seriously? I'm just saying. And so many people do. Why? Because it happened a long time ago. And it doesn't really apply now. But hey, it sounds good. Are people following this? Any of this, actually? Well, we know a lot about it, but do they? I'm just asking. All right, all right. The light of the upright is joyful. The lamp of the wicked goes out. Insolence breeds only disputes. Wisdom lies with those who take advice. Yeah, well, wisdom also lies with those who give it. In the right way? Okay, what's the right way? I don't know. A sudden fortune will dwindle away. Accumulation little by little is the way to riches. I tell that to a hoarder, they will absolutely agree. Okay. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. Desired fulfilled is a tree of life. Contempt for the word is self-destructive. Respect for the commandment wins salvation. Again, what word? Man-made or God's word? Well, which are God's words actually? Respect for the commandment wins salvation. Okay, what I found is there is a tremendous amount of peace that just follows. It follows when you won't give in on breaking any of the commandments. It's not easy, believe me, but it becomes a practice as well. Yes, and what just somehow with whatever comes along, you deal with it a little different. It's just how it is. That's what I found in my life. And to strengthen, okay, the what already was there as a good foundation for me as a child and how I wanted to be even as a child, and that just strengthened with my beliefs that I found this and that. It's a really amazing thing. So does that mean that that leads to salvation? No, I'm not sure, right? I don't. I wouldn't say that. Again, it doesn't say commandments. It says commandments. So I'm wondering, is there that one particular one they're referring to, right? Uh, anyway, again, one can take. I could take every little two-sentence piece here, which that's what they are. See, that's how it's written down. See, can you see that? And give a sermon on it, kind of, or okay, let's talk about it. How do you guys understand that according to the time and according to who wrote it down? Yes, I bet you if you have 10 people, you get 10 different things. Yes, a little bit different. Some, yeah, I agree with that, but I would add also this on. I know I'm not getting it at all like that. I see it more like, right? Or it comes across it. And again, it depends again. Where's your spiritual growth? What are you willing to give up and change, right? And not hold on to, and then be willing to understand something according to what how God truly speaks to us. Yes? All right. All right. Let's keep going. Almost there. I gotta go to the house. The teaching of the wise is a life giving fountain for eluding the snares of death. I don't know why they keep putting death in here. Death, you can't elude death. Death is coming, that's that. And how would anyone know at that time on what spirit world? We even now what spirit world is like? Is there a hell? Is there a hell? Is there an actual hell? Well, if somebody's been there and come back, yeah, I know there are the near death experiences, and I don't see that as hell either. Have I been there? I've seen some parts of hell. I definitely have. Uh, it's not pretty, but okay, is it death? No, it's just all these waiting spirits, for. I often don't even know. I don't think they know why they're there. I don't think they even realize they're there. Okay. Anyway, until there's this just glimmer somewhere, right? Yes, one of the descendants had suddenly done right, and then there's this glimmer, and then they have they yearn for it. They start to yearn. Yeah? These spirits start to get to a point where they yearn for it. It needs a lot of foundation. If you go to spirit world with a foundation of death, okay, but I'm not getting the death part. Is this all just poetry stuff? Well, okay, then let's look at it that way. Otherwise, but it's not in here the right way. Good sense wins favor, but the way of the treacherous is hard. I found that good sense often does not win favor, not even to this day. Okay, I don't know if it did at that time. And the ones who are treacherous, they don't have a hard way. There's nothing hard about that. I find that lying, cheating, thieving, whatever goes with all of that jazz. It's easy to do. It's not hard to do. That's an easy thing to do out there. To stay true, upright, honest, yes, faithful. That's hard. Just saying. Okay. Well, it doesn't become hard. It's just, everybody wants you to be what they want you to be, right? And going, and I'm not going to be like that. I don't want to be like that. That just doesn't sound right. I'm just being pulled into something I don't want to be a part of. I don't care who it is, right? Yes? Okay. Where am I here? Anyone of discretion acts by the light of knowledge. The fool parades his folly. A bad messenger falls into misfortune. A trusty messenger brings healing. Whoever rejects discipline wins poverty and scorn. For anyone who accepts correction, honor. Desire fulfilled is sweet to the soul. Fools are loth to turn from evil. Whoever walks with the wise becomes wise. Whoever mixes with fools will be ruined. Okay, there's a lot of that. That's definitely they're gonna mark that one. That's probably one good thing in here. If you walk with people who are fools, you probably become one too. And if you walk with people who are wise and they're trying to really truly do the right thing, that's probably it is definitely might not be as risk taking and fun and exuberant and destructive, but it's definitely a better way. So I gotta mark this one. That's a good one here. I like that. Evil will pursue the sinner, but good will reward the upright. Here's another thing too. I mean, reading through all of that, I want you to know that I do realize that wow, this sounds all great. Of course, let's all follow that. Yeah, it's not as if this is wrong. Okay? But it's not applied. It never has applied, and it was not applied by the one who wrote it. Then why bother? For the later generations, how many thousands of years later is it? Has this made any kind of difference? I'd say it got worse in some areas. Yes? Just saying. Okay. And why is that? The good bequeaths a heritage to children's children. The wealth of the sinner is stored away for the upright. I don't get that at all. Though the farms of the poor yield much food, some perish for lack of justice. Aha. Now that seems to be okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Whoever fails to use the stick hates his child. Whoever is free with correction loves him. Oh. Whoever fails to use the stick hates his child. Whoever is free with correction loves him. All right, you know what? Some take this to the extreme as well. The upright eats to the full, the belly of the wicked goes empty. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, so if people out there at that time were hungry, what did that mean? They were wicked. So the upright, the ones who have a full belly, for one reason or another, maybe they kept some, back, didn't give it all to the king, right? Yeah. And then the ones who said, well, he has so many children and women, we got to just give. Right? Oh, go to jail. So, upright. They were actually honest. They had then empty bellies, right? Yeah, because they had to give so much. And so then, but according to Solomon, then those were the wicked ones. Well, that's what it says in here. The upright eats to the full. The belly of the wicked goes empty. I've never seen that. I have never seen just the upright to be full, and all the good and all the bad ones, the wicked people have nothing, or the other way around. I have never come across that. Please tell me where that is like that. I'd say it's way more the other way around. Okay, done. I'm done. That was 13. I got things to do. After the weekend, the house always needs a little extra cleaning. Though my daughter and my son-in-law did a lot of cleaning over there over the weekend as well. So they're doing all kinds of things to improve things for the little one. So it's more fun, more safe. Yeah. I love that. Okay. Well, that's all I have to share this morning. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you, guide you and embrace you with love. Yes. And yeah, that does not sound wise to me. This sounds way too judgmental. Or again, under the control. There's some kind of control going on. I when I started reading the Proverbs, I immediately started to feel like, no, you're not going to get in my head like that, because it's not true. These are not okay. The wise sayings. It's a wise. This is wise. How? Tell me how any of that is. It has anything to do with wisdom. It's just a comparison between good and bad. Well, that's wisdom. How exactly? Well, who does that benefit in any way? Just wondering, right? Yes. And I will talk to y'all another time.